So this is in response to a lot of questions I get from subscribers, questions I've been getting over the last couple of years around how do you get paid? What do you get paid from? Where does the money come from? How does this all work? This making money online. And I want to start by saying what you shouldn't get paid for. You shouldn't get paid unless you add value. And that really cuts to the core of my marketing strategy and the primary reason I've made millions of dollars online the last few years. I'm going to walk around on the beach here in Maui. I'm happy to be home. I was traveling for a month and a half, all over the place, nowhere near beaches, nowhere near the ocean. And this is what I prefer at the end of the day. So I'm happy to be back. So you shouldn't get paid unless you add value. So what do I mean by that? And how could you add value? So let's go back to 4 years ago. I was just getting started online. Didn't have a clue which end was up. I told myself for years, I'm not techie. That's what I told myself. And I wasn't, but that story didn't serve me very well. It kept me in the dark ages in my marketing and left me doing things like meeting people at Starbucks to pitch them on ideas, business ideas. It left me with no leverage, is what it left me with. Anything I did, I had to do one at a time. I had to expose people to whatever I was trying to sell or market or recruit for one at a time. And I really needed to make a shift, and I didn't realize it. And the whole time I was telling myself that I wasn't techie. But let me get back to this. You shouldn't get paid unless you add value. So when I started marketing, when I started learning how to market online, what I learned, fortunately early on, is that there are millions of people every day looking for something. They have a question, they have here, watch the waves. They have a question, they have a problem, they're looking for a solution, they're looking for an answer. And where do they go looking for these answers, looking for these solutions? They go to the internet, right? Millions of people a day, literally, around the world. So there are all kinds of people with all kinds of problems, all kinds of issues, looking for all kinds of different solutions. What if you had the answer right now, either because of maybe your work history, because of your life experience, because you're a homeschool mom, because you're whoever you are, you have experience. You're good at something, I hope. Maybe you're good at a couple things. So the reality is you have answers that people are looking for. You know things that other people want to know. And this is evidenced by data. I'm not just yapping here. People go search for answers that you have. So what if you were to go add value on the internet by starting to inject your personality with your experiences, your answers, your solutions for these people who have these questions? Do you think you might naturally start to acquire something of a following? You would. That's what I started doing a few years ago. I started answering simple questions at first, a little more complicated questions as I went along. And I put a lot of content out there that answered a lot of people's questions. And that ended up turning into thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of followers, subscribers, which gave me, it gave me an audience. And once I had an audience of people that liked me, I was just being myself, it became easy to say, hey, I like this thing. I like this product. I like this service. I read this book. It was great. You should read it too. And guess what? People glommed on. People were like, ooh, if Kristian liked it, I might like it too. And so it's part of the reason I've been able to successfully work with manufacturers the last few years, service providers the last few years, taking a revenue share type of a position with them where they say, hey, if you put your stamp of approval on our training or on our product, on our service, we'll give you money if you promote it, if you sell it, if you get other people to buy into this idea, right? So that's what I started doing, and that's put millions of dollars in my bank account the last few years. So if I hadn't started by adding value, nobody would have cared. It gave me a really simple on-ramp, and that's me. That's my approach. So for all of you who've been wondering how in the world do you make money, where does the money come from, this whole making money online thing, I have people tell me all the time that it's a scam. Well, I moved to Maui last year. I've moved all over the country. I haven't gone to work in years. And at a basic level, I add value with my marketing. My marketing actually adds value first. If I can't add value, I don't do it. So I would encourage you to look around, and you don't have to do what I'm doing. There's a million ways to make money online from home. I'm partial, of course, to what I'm doing. I like it. I think it's efficient and simple and good. But it may not be for you, and your life experience, the answers you've got in your head, may suit you to do a different type of marketing, whole different kind of business. Anyway, I would encourage you to pursue what you're interested in, pursue what you love. Oh, did you see my shirt? Check me out. It's one of my Prague shirts. Anyway, running out of steam here. I think that's what I wanted to share today. So I'll see you around online. Take care.